Well, Elon Musk is a stone cold savage. So let's get into this information. Some breaking news this morning. I had to go live and just talk about this real quick because we've been going over this on the channel. What Elon Musk has been up to with Twitter. I'm looking over here on my screen at Twitter in the pre-market here on the news. Let me pull this up. Twitter's already up to almost $50 in the pre-market at $48.94 in the pre-market based on Elon Musk literally just offering via Twitter to publicly offer to take Twitter private. He's basically saying we will pay you $43 billion for Twitter, or I will pay you $43 billion from Twitter. I pulled up the actual in the letter here, so it's over on this tab right here, but this is his tweet he just did this morning. Let me move myself over there. You just put, I made it. How savage is that? You wake up in the morning and you just make a tweet saying, I made an offer, and it already has 148,000 likes on it, 150,000 likes pretty much, almost, 25,000 retweets. That's just insane how viral he goes just with the tips of his fingers. We've been talking about this, on the channel quite a bit, just how much power it is to have that much influence on social media and how it's often undervalued by a lot of companies, that if you have a star in control of your company, you don't ever have to pay any money for marketing. So I talked about this in the last video I did with Elon Musk. This is prior to him not accepting the board seat. I thought the thing is, what he did is they offered him a seat on the board, and he refused that because if he did take that seat on the board, it would make it so that he was limited to, I think it was under 15%, like 14.9% he could get of the company if he had a seat on the board. So he's like, no, you keep the seat on the board, guys. You keep that cute little seat on the board. Keep it warm for me over there. I don't want it yet. I'm going to go ahead and then offer to buy the entire company. Whether you like or don't like Elon, you can't deny the guy is a savage. And again, we talked about this in the prior video where it's like, if you came up from Silicon Valley at the time that he came up in Silicon Valley, people think of him as like, oh, it's tree hugger Elon. He's such a nice, cute guy. He's out there trying to save the world with electric cars and renewable energy. Oh, he's such a good-hearted individual. It's like, look, if you made it in Silicon Valley at the time that he did, you're a stone cold savage. Like, point blank. Like, he is not just Mr. Nice Guy. He is a savage, and this shows it. Like, to do the way he went about doing this is like insane. Made multiple polls talking about, I think it might be a little bit too far down on the list because he did this so methodical. He proved via Twitter poll, so on the actual platform of Twitter, he proved that the user base doesn't believe that they have freedom of speech. He made this poll, and then like 70% said, no, we don't believe it has freedom of speech. So he does that. So he might basically goes into the actual company he plans to buy, proves that it has a user base that doesn't believe in the company pretty much, and then after doing that, acquires a 9.2% position in the company, becomes the largest shareholder of the company. Then after that, refuses the board seat so it doesn't govern him at 15%, and then makes a public offer 45 minutes ago and drops it publicly. And this is the actual paper here, and we're going to go over the actual, this is the like legitimate offer here. That's the SEC document. And this is all kind of some legal mumbo jumbo talking about Elon Musk is the reporting person, all of this. But at the bottom, it gets savage. Like, just wait. So purpose of transaction on April 13th, 2022. This is not old news, by the way. Again, this is literally just dropped 46 minutes ago. So this is actually like breaking news. I'm now a news outlet over here on YouTube. This is a new thing for me. Watch out, Meet Kevin. I'm coming for you. I'm coming. Just kidding. But so 46 minutes ago, he just said this, made this offer, and this is the release here 46 minutes ago. So this is the actual paperwork here. So to acquire an outstanding common stock of the issuer not owned by the reporting person for all cash consideration, valuing the common stock at $54.20 per share. So as of right now, last close was $45.87 on Twitter, and in the pre-market it's just under $49. It still has room to jump If you're a quick trader, I'm not a trader myself, but if you were like a quick options trader, if his offer is up here at 54.20 and it's in the pre-market at 49, you got a little bit of room there if you want to take a gamble on that. Not financial advice, but it is not at that. I thought it would be a little bit higher based on the fact that it's a $54 offer, 54.20 offer. So that is the actual written amount here. And it was a 38% premium over closing price of common stock on April 1st, 2022, the trading day before the reporting person's investment in issuer was publicly announced. So let's go down. Let's keep scrolling down here. This is a lot of kind of legal mumbo jumbo. So here's the first thing here. Brett Taylor, chairman of the board. So this is Elon talking to Brett Taylor. Elon is a stone cold savage. Like I've been saying it on this channel for a while. But so great. I see a comment. Great closet. It's 54.20. So $54.20 right here. Just to answer that is the price. And right now it's trading just under 49. So let's go down a little bit. I wanted to read that specific part. So to Brett Taylor, chairman of the board, I invested, this is Elon talking to the chairman of the board of Twitter. I invested in Twitter as I believe in its potential to be the platform for free speech around the globe. This is after he did a poll asking its members on Twitter via Twitter, use said platform that he planned to buy out to prove that said platform didn't think that it had freedom of speech. It's hilarious the way he went about this. I invested in Twitter because I believe in its potential to be the platform for free speech around the globe, and I believe free speech is a societal imperative for a functioning democracy. However, since making my investment, I now realize the company will neither thrive nor serve this societal imperative in its current form. Twitter needs to be transformed as a private company. As a result, I am offering to buy 100% of Twitter. This is new news, everybody, not old news. I know this has been all over YouTube. This is the new stuff that just dropped less than an hour ago. As a result, I am offering to buy 100% of Twitter for $54.20 per share in cash, a 54% premium over the day before I began investing in Twitter, and a 38% premium over the day before my investment was publicly announced. My offer is my best and final offer, and if it is not accepted, I would need to reconsider my position as a shareholder. Savage. That is like I gotta be like writing notes right now on this. Like, do you see? My offer is my best and final offer, and if it is not accepted, I would need to reconsider my position as a shareholder. Keep in mind, right before he says that, he says, I am offering to buy 100% of Twitter for $54.20 per share in cash. He makes sure they know this is the Elon Musk premium that has been added to it. And if you don't accept my very generous offer, I will withdraw the Elon Musk premium that I've added to your stock. That is what he's doing right here. That is like textbook. I mean, it isn't even textbook. It's actually, this is new negotiation things that I haven't even seen or studied before in a way. Like, that is some next level stuff. He added his premium to the company and then now is using said premium that he added to the company by being an investor, by using it as leverage, saying, I will withdraw my position and let you all fail. That's what I will do. If you do not accept my generous offer, I will withdraw the premium that I added to your stock, remove myself as a shareholder, and let you guys fail. Intense. That is crazy. So to remind the actual chairman of the board, and this is actually the actual SEC document. This isn't like a tweet or something. This is like a real government document. So he says 54% premium over the day before I first began investing in Twitter, and a 38% premium over the day before my investment was publicly announced. So he's basically saying I added like over 50% of value to Twitter. Because Elon Musk, invested into Twitter, I added around somewhere between 40 and 50% roughly of value to Twitter, which I will subtract if you do not want to accept my offer. So that is like, What do you all think of this? Throw some comments out there. I'm looking at the comments right now. It's like, that is insane. That is he is a great chess player. I would love to play Elon in a game of chess and see the way his mind works, because this is some diabolical chess right here. This is like 4D chess. He's got to have that Neuralink already in his brain to pull off a negotiation tactic like this. This is some intense stuff. Add the premium, then threaten to withdraw the premium. And if you withdraw the premium that he's added to it, so if he's added a 50% premium to Twitter stock and he says, actually, I'm going to sell all my position now because you didn't accept my generous offer, now Twitter could plummet way worse than a price, because he exposed the company via its own platform. So he's number 8 on Twitter right now. He's 80 million some odd followers, and he's probably, I would argue, the most active in the top 10 users on Twitter. So he utilized his influence on that actual platform to prove that the platform was flawed, then injects himself into the platform, adds the premium by going into the platform, becoming the largest shareholder, and then decides, hey, I will pull that premium out after exposing you to let you fail to doom and gloom if you do not accept my generous offer. And then he goes, I am not looking to go back and forth. Like, that is what is so insane about this. So it gets even crazier. See, this is just the first thing to the chairman of the board. This is Elon Musk talking to the chairman of the board. This is where it gets intense here. I wanted to go over the actual information on a live stream here, because this is pretty cool. You're going to see a lot of stuff about this today, but I wanted to show like the actual document here on the live stream. So if it's been worthwhile, please hit the like button and help me with the YouTube algorithm. It's early. I'm over here. I haven't even had coffee. I'm over here drinking tea, and I usually have coffee. I didn't even have time to make coffee. All right. So this is the final thing that he says, and this is where it gets completely savage. Let me make sure it's showing on the stream here. And keep in mind, again, this is the actual document. Like, this isn't like a tweet. This is the real document. It goes, as I indicated this weekend, I believe the company should be private to go through the changes that need to be made. After the past several days of thinking this over, I have decided I want to acquire the company and take it private. I am going to send you an offer letter tonight. It will be public in the morning. And he fulfilled that because he publicly tweeted it in the morning. Are you available to chat? Here's the voice script. 1-2, nothing more, just 1-2. He goes, best and final. A, I am not playing the back and forth game. B, I have moved straight to the end. He's saying there's no room for me. I will not go any more on my offer. You will either accept my offer or I will withdraw from your company and let you plummet in value. I am not playing the back and forth game, A. B, I have moved straight to the end. C, it's a high price and your shareholders will love it. D, if the deal doesn't work, given that I don't have confidence in management, nor do I believe I can drive the necessary change in the public market, I would need to reconsider my position as a shareholder. This is not a threat. It is a threat. This is not a threat. It's simply not a good investment without the changes that need to be made. And those changes won't happen without taking the company private. 2, my advisors and my team are available after you get the letter to answer any questions. A, there will be more detail in our public filings after you receive the letter and review the public filings. Your team can call my family office with any questions. Your team can call my family office with any questions. He's Elon Musk, family office. Like, okay, how do you not like Elon Musk right now? Like, that is some of the most, like, this will be studied as some of the most hardcore negotiating skills. I mean, and I love negotiations. You know, I'm a collectibles dealer, so I love going back and forth in negotiations. I love using negotiations tactics, using no-based questions, doing things like that. But this right here, this gem right here is something like I have not seen this before. I have not seen this kind of a negotiation skill and this kind of a leveraging instrument here to go, look, I've moved straight to the end. You accept it or you're done. You're done. Like, and that's the end. That's the end right here. That's it. He ended it at that right here. Like that's 1-2. Like just a 1-2, 1-2 punch. He probably used the 1-2 just for that kind of reference there. He gave him the 1-2 and that's it. As what was it, like Masvidal would say, like a 2-piece combo or something like that is what he did. He gave him the 1-2 and said, that's it. I'm not playing the back and forth game. He put that in a public, I'm not playing the back and forth game. I've moved straight to the end. I had to go live and talk about this and show this real quick because that's just crazy to publicly use. And the thing is, he's utilizing that actual platform. And I've been watching Elon since he bought Twitter. I think he was at like 79 million. So he's jumping up like 3 million followers with all of this. And because of it, he's going viral on this actual platform. He could even leverage his actual platform even further. He could say, I'm not even going to post on Twitter anymore. If you don't accept my offer, I'm going to withdraw myself. I could argue that Elon Musk, I think, is the most, like I said this earlier, I think he's the most active of the top 10 users on Twitter. I really do think that. So the top 10 users is like, there's like Taylor Swift, Justin Bieber's up there, Barack Obama's up there, and all of these people on the top 10 are not really even active on Twitter anyway. So he is, I would say that he is the most active in the top 10. So he's number 8 on the user base of Twitter on following. So he is the 8th most followed user on Twitter with 82 million followers, 82 million followers. He could turn around and leverage that in addition. So this is like just taking this apart because this is early in the morning. It's over where I'm at. This is early. We're at 5 o'clock in the morning right now. I had to go live and talk about this because I'm just thinking to myself, I have not seen negotiating skills like this before. Okay, and I'm around like just constant cutthroat negotiations all the time. I love negotiating, and I'm around negotiators all the time that want to win. They don't want me to win. They want to win. But I haven't seen somebody do something like this before. Like this is some next level, even on like a smaller level. Like this is extremely high level stuff, but the way that he did it, to use the actual platform, he goes on to Twitter, exposes Twitter via poll on Twitter that it has flaws. So literally goes as the 8th most followed person on Twitter and says, look, do you guys like Twitter? And the user base said, not really. 70% of us or something don't believe that it really is a good platform kind of thing. That's what my interpretation is of it. Did a couple polls like that, proved that the platform was extremely flawed at a minimum. Whether you agree or disagree with the polls that he did, he proved at a bare minimum that the platform is flawed. So he attacked the platform, proved it was flawed. After doing that, goes and silently buys a 9.2% position and becomes the largest shareholder. Now he has that leveraging power. Then he denies the seat on the board. They try to give him the seat on the board to hold him down to not do this. They knew this was coming. That CEO over there, he knew it was coming. And he decided to go, nope, I'm not going to accept the board seat because that holds me under 15% that I can acquire of the company. And then after denying the board seat goes, did you keep it warm for me? Did you keep it warm for me, guys? All you chair members? Let me just write a public filing, and then addresses him as the chair member. He denies the chair on the board, and then he goes to Brett Taylor, chairman of the board. Like, he literally puts it as Exhibit B in his public offer. That is so... And this is legitimate. This isn't like he came in to offer him like a lower offer. He didn't come in and say, okay, Twitter's trading at, 40, 45. I'm going to offer you 38 or something like that. He came in and offered him 54.20. So he's being legit about this. He is not looking to go back and forth. He is not literally verbatim says that. He's not looking to play any games. He offers them a very strong, offer to take it private. And then the fact that he rejected the chairman position, a position on the board rather, and then addresses the chairman of the board in his actual offer statement and lets that chairman know, I added the Elon Musk premium. By me buying into Twitter, I added the Elon Musk premium, a 54% premium over the day before I began investing in Twitter, and a 38% premium over the day before my investment was publicly announced. So he's I deny keep the chair seat warm for me. I'm going to publicly address you in my offer, let you know I added the Elon Musk premium, and I will withdraw my position with my Elon Musk premium if you don't accept my offer, Mr. Brett Taylor, chairman of the board. Ha ha ha, you with your cute little chairman seat that you tried to offer me to limit me to 15%. I can buy your entire company. And a matter of fact, I will offer to buy your entire company, Mr. Chairman of the board. That is some next level. Like, the rebel in me loves this so much. I feel like, slapping a principal at the school, at a college or, high school. Just kidding. Hypothetically, not being real. Disclaimer. But it just makes it, the rebel in me loves this. And it's just like, Twitter has extraordinary potential. I will unlock it. Like, this is so, again, I've gone back and forth with whether I like Elon or I don't like Elon because of all the stuff he does with Dogecoin and all the crazy miscellaneous things. But at the end of the day, I'm a fanboy at this point. Like, from his negotiation tactics, like, I love negotiating. I'm in collectibles. I'm constantly negotiating every single day, whether it's for a Rolex, whether it's for a high-end silver bar, gold coin, rare coins, whatever it is. I'm always negotiating back and forth. But the negotiator in me, and anybody that's out there that's a salesman, knows that this is some cool stuff here. Like, this is some people will be taking notes, including myself. I'm taking notes. Hopefully you're taking notes right now on this. This is a free class on negotiating skills and how to literally boss around a chairman of the board. Like, that is just amazing to do that. To literally deny their board's member seat and then address the chairman of the board and say, look, it was cute that you offered me a chair position on the board, not even a chair of the board, a board position. That was cute, Mr. Chairman of the board. Now, here's what's going to happen. I added the premium, and I will subtract the premium that I added to your shares if you do not accept my offer, by literally saying that my offer is my best and final offer, and if it is not accepted, I love chess. I've loved chess my whole life. If you love chess, you know what this is right here. He basically took his rook, he castled himself, took the rook after castling himself, made sure that the knight was exposed, and then had the rook backing up his knight, and then put his knight out there and said, look, you're going to take the knight? You're going to take it? Because the rook is backing it up, and it will take your queen. If you do not accept it, it is backed up. And by the way, I castled, so my king is over. Anyway, this is some geek stuff here, but if you're a chess player, it makes sense. But that's pretty much what he did here. He lined up himself on that chessboard and backed up every single piece and knew exactly how he was doing it, and then basically made it so that I don't know what they're going to do. Like, in the comments right now, I'm looking at the comments right now. What do you think Twitter is going to do right now? Because I don't know how they feel. How do they feel at Twitter right now? Like, because there's the benefit. You did get the Elon Musk premium to your stock. I mean, your stock, you got the Elon Musk premium. You're up there. You're still holding just under 49 a share with this recent news. Do you deny them and let your stock plummet? Elon Musk really did add that premium. It went from his announcing, it went from 39, peaked all the way up to 55 almost from 39 since the announcement of Elon Musk. Look at the gap up. This is the Elon Musk premium he's talking about in this filing here. When he's basically saying this is the Elon Musk premium, a 54% premium, he's literally saying that. Like, you can coin it. That is the Elon Musk premium. This gap up, Elon Musk premium right there. And so he's saying, I will subtract that. And I would argue if they don't accept it, not only would it subtract that Elon Musk premium here, I sound like such a fanboy saying that over and over, but it's true. But it would gap down, and then it would go down further. And I think it would go down, back to the low 30s if they don't accept the offer, or they accept the offer and they ride away from a failing company, happy. They make a bunch of money and they call it a day. But at the end of the day, it's like, okay, well, who really controls Twitter? What are they going to do? Are they going to actually accept this offer? Are they going to, I don't know. It seems, the thing is, it's not like it's a weak offer. He didn't come into him sideways. He could have come into him sideways. He could have offered before the premium he added to the stock. He could have offered, like 39, 40. But no, he came in at 54.20. He came in up here. So he's taking it serious. I agree with you. Scott Patton says if they have any intelligence, they will sell. I agree with you. I mean, I would try to negotiate to be part of the private company if I was on the chair of the board. I'd be like, hey, you're going to take over. Could I have a piece of it? I'm cool with going private, but can I be, part of it? I'd like to be part of it. Like I'd like to keep some of the private shares. That would be cool. I would be trying to be part of it. But I'm looking at the comments right now because I've ranted as much as I'm sure everybody can take on the subject. But the nerd in me that loves negotiating, like this specific document. And by the way, if you want to see this document later on, I kind of just went over the cool parts, which is Exhibit B here is cool part number 1. And then the end here is cool part number 2. I just wanted to show those parts publicly on the live stream. But if you want to see this for yourself later on, just go to his Twitter, and he literally put a link to that document in his Twitter. Now that he's at 200,000 likes on the platform that he just offered to buy, it's like, and they can't govern his account. He made it so that they can't turn him off. I think that's part of the game theory as well here. God, it's so cool taking this apart in a way. I'm geeking out on the nerdy nature of like how this negotiation went down. Because what he did is, and if I was in his position, I would think this too. The first thing I would think is, okay, look, if my plan is to acquire Twitter, here's my plan. I'm gonna acquire Twitter, right? Well, I'm using Twitter to expose Twitter to then acquire Twitter. So what's the first step? Well, you become the largest shareholder before you make the public offer because they can kick you off the platform. Right? So you have 80 million some odd followers. That is like invaluable. It's priceless to somebody like Elon Musk because he's never paid $1 for his marketing. So he's never paid $1 for marketing SpaceX, never paid $1 for marketing Tesla, turned it into $1 trillion company with no marketing. I mean, every single endeavor of his has no marketing, and he is solely on Twitter. He's not on Instagram. He's not on Facebook. He's not on YouTube. He's only on Twitter. So that was like a huge liability in a way. I mean, if you have no marketing budget, you spend no money on marketing, and you're the superstar, but you don't use any other platform, even if he didn't plan to acquire Twitter, which he did, it still made sense to make the move that he made because it's covering his tracks. It's setting up, like in chess, it's like putting the rook out there to, block whatever, to back up any piece on the chessboard for you. So he wanted to make sure he had backup and he wouldn't lose that account. That's the first step. But not only that, he knew that if he agitates too much, they might kick him off the platform, right? It is a private company, so they're allowed to just kick him off the platform, right? They could turn around and go, you know what? This guy's agitating too much. He's doing all these crazy pulls. Let's shadow him, or let's just block him. Let's just kick him off the platform. They could do that. But you can't kick your top shareholder off the platform. You could do that to somebody that isn't the top shareholder, but being the top shareholder, you can't exactly kick them off the platform. So he covered his tracks before doing all of this, before doing all this crazy agitation that he did. He made sure that he was the number one shareholder, and now they can't do anything. He puts them in, it's not even a stalemate, they're checkmated. So there's a difference between a stalemate and a checkmate, and Elon Musk did checkmate. Stalemate is still a good move, where the other position, you're just stuck headbutting each other, but this isn't that. Elon put him in checkmate. He won from the get-go. Like, this is full-blown checkmate. Some people might say it's stalemate. No, this is checkmate. So backs himself up, then denies the board seat, then after all of these things are in play, like the intricacies of saying that I will not, if you don't accept my offer, I will then withdraw from the company. And then he could also go, look, I'm also extremely popular on your site. He's probably one of the people that, I mean, imagine because I just launched an auction site, right? So I put a cool item up and it drives a lot of new customers because they want to see that new item. Elon is driving a ton of new followers to the website, to Twitter, because they want to see what's going on with Twitter. I'm sure a lot of people that are in this live stream want to see the document here, and you want to go click on that where I just showed you. If you want to view that document later on, you're going to go to Twitter to do that. So it's driving this huge user base by him being on Twitter. So he's saying, and this is something he hasn't threatened. He's only threatened that he will withdraw himself as a shareholder. But I would say that his next step, and this is why Twitter's got to be very careful here, because he's saying here's your silver platter. Here it is. Do you want the silver platter, or do you want a fist? Silver platter, fist. plata, or, you know, I don't want to use the Pablo Escobar lines, but it's like literally he's like, here's your silver platter. If you don't want the silver platter, though, here's the next moves that are going to happen. And these are the types of things I like talking about in my videos. Is the next move that would happen if I was in Elon Musk's position is I would go, not only will I withdraw from your company, but I will no longer tweet on your site anymore. I am now going to work on launching my own social media, and that news will be announced soon then. But for the time being, I'll stay the largest shareholder. I might revoke those shares. I might not. I might. Who knows what I'm going to do. But I'm the number one shareholder. I don't want your board seat. That's cute. Keep that for me, Brett. Whatever that guy's name is, chairman of the board of Twitter. Keep that warm for me. But I'm going to go build my own company, and I'm not going to use your platform anymore. In addition to you not accepting my offer, I will not use the platform anymore, and I will probably take my position away and remove the premium I added to your stock. Then what? That's like, you're just lining up checkmate after checkmate after checkmate. Like, one checkmate's enough, but he's got them in multiple checkmates here, because that would really hurt the platform. Like, if I was the CEO of Twitter and Elon Musk was doing this, I would literally call him and be like, I want to keep like a 20% position in the private company. Can I keep a 20% position in the private company and be there? Can we be homies? Cool. I'm in. Like, count me in, Elon. I'm good for this. But this is, I agree with you, Salem. I agree. I think this is a extremely good use for his money, not only for if he wants to revamp Twitter, but the fact of the matter is, in his position, having 82 million followers, that's what I'm looking at over here, having 82 million followers is priceless. Like, it's worth billions and billions and billions of dollars to have that kind of a following in his position. Social media and attention is the most valuable thing right now. And for him to have that kind of power at his fingertips, I mean, let's go back to his, to reach out to that many people. And then, like, this, just his tweet, his I made an offer tweet has 213,000 likes. This was done at 4:23 a.m. Like, this is literally like an hour ago. This is not even an hour ago. Roughly, what time is it right now? Yeah, this is like just about an hour ago. And it's got 213,000 likes, 35,000 retweets. Whenever he tweets, it reaches out to the whole country pretty much when you consider the retweets and how many hundreds more thousands of people that sees. And that's just the people that liked it. Who knows how many eyeballs and impressions this has left? You know, millions and millions and millions. That's just, I haven't even liked it myself. I'll like it now. Like now I'm part of those tweets right there, right? So I was one of the viewers that didn't like it. So there's millions and millions of people that have seen this within an hour. I mean, so it's crazy that this is happening like in real time like that. And then he's using the platform that is now stuck in checkmate. They can't do anything. They have to let him tweet stuff like this. It's amazing. Like, this is the coolest. This is one of the coolest negotiations I have ever witnessed in my life. One of the coolest ones, like, if not the coolest. Like, that is, and to the tune of offering $43 billion. Like, this is, how much of Elon's net worth is that? Where is he getting this $43 billion? I don't think he liquidated enough Tesla shares to have $43 billion liquid right now. He must be leveraging himself in some way. This must be some sort of loan against his Tesla shares. I think he would have to be getting some sort of collateralized loan against his Tesla shares. Something like that to make this kind of offer. But it's a legitimate SEC offer. I mean, it's the legitimate document. This is no joke. So I think that he had to leverage his stock to do something like that. But I would, what's this? Like, this is what, 20% of his net worth? 20% of his net worth? Something like that? Somebody correct me in the comments, but I think it's around 20% of his net worth. That's a pretty sizable chunk of his money. Just totally savage. Totally savage. I know that a lot of us on this channel in our community here are more like collectibles individuals. We like our silver, we like our gold, we like some Bitcoin, we like, Rolexes, stuff like that, collectibles. But this is negotiation. So this fits in with us. This is some negotiation stuff here. So I'm going to start mixing in stuff like this, stock stuff, all kinds of stuff on my channel. So if you're not subscribed to my channel, it's up to you. If you want to click the red subscribe, if you don't, you do, you don't. We'd love to have you as part of the channel. I'm working hard to grow this thing to 100,000 this year. That's my goal. I've put in the universe that I'm working on that to get to 100K on the subscribers. So if you want to be part of that, would really appreciate it. If you want to hit the like to get this video out to more people, we really appreciate that as well. But I'm just a fan of the negotiation tactic of this, and the way he did it was like, that dude, he sat down and wrote out on a piece of paper how he wanted to negotiate. He's like, okay, look, this is plan A. This is master plan to acquire Twitter. Like he went on with a whiteboard or something. It was like Twitter buyout master plan. First, we silently acquire 9.2. No, that wasn't first. First, we use the platform itself to attack the platform itself and prove that the user base doesn't really like the platform itself. So prove to the platform you're flawed. Prove to the entire world and the and the board, all of them, hey, your platform's really flawed. Like 70% of your user base thinks you're kind of flawed. That's what my perception is of what he did, at least with all those polls and everything. Then, after proving it's flawed, silently buy 9.2%. Now, they can't kick me off the platform, and I have the power to pretty much do whatever I want now, and they can't govern my account anymore because I'm the largest shareholder. So I've covered my tracks there. Then I'm going to turn around, deny the board member seat, and they're going to go, wait, why would you deny the board member seat? We're being so generous to you, Elon. We're here for you. Why would you deny our board member seat? He goes, no. I denied your board member seat because I'm going to address you, Brett Taylor, cutie pie. I'm going to address you in my Exhibit B of my $43 billion offer after denying your cute board seat. I don't want to be a member of your board. You're going to be a chairman, if you're lucky, of my private company, Mr. Cutie Pie Brett Taylor. Oh, that's so cute. You wanted me to be on the board with you. Oh, Brett, that was so generous of you. Did you keep the seat warm for me? Because I'm going to come in there as your boss. It's so epic. The fact that he did that, denies the board seat, then addressed the chairman of the board like that, saying I added a premium and I will reconsider the premium I added on your company. The steps in this and how he went down and looking back on it, it's easier to connect the dots going backwards. We were pretty close on the videos we did on the channel and all the live streams we've done on this and talking about it. To see this ending of it, well, it's not quite the ending. We'll go live again and we'll see the ending of it. But this is not like, I think we can all agree, whether you like Elon, you don't like Elon, whatever, everyone can agree that this was planned out. This was methodical. This was orchestrated. You know, this is definitely some 4D chess stuff here. It was not like, oh, let me just, like, what am I going to do? Like, how am I going to buy Twitter? It's like, no, he wrote this out. He had a whole whiteboard thing. He figured out exactly how he was going to go about doing this. It was impressive. All in all, this is extremely impressive the way he went about this. So let's do a little poll in the live stream comments right now. How many of you think that Twitter will accept? I'm looking at the comments right now. How many of you think Twitter will accept this offer? How do you think this is going to go down? Do they accept it? Do they not accept it? I want to see some comments. So like, yes, they will accept it, or no, they won't accept it. They'll counter him or whatever you think. I'm going to read some comments off here. Playground of Sound is taking the devil's advocate approach here. He goes, I'd put my money on Twitter saying no. Wish I could bet on it. Ooh, so you really believe that. Playground of Sound is saying no. I feel like he Twitter, I mean, that's like some go down with the ship captain type stuff, man. You know, like they would have to go down with the ship in a way because Elon's put them in a position where the company's going to tank if they don't do it. So if they want to go down with the ship, they want to do a Titanic type thing, maybe it's possible. I appreciate the approach. Maybe if somebody agrees with Playground of Sound on the no approach, like go into detail on why, because I want to see some different points of a view here. Google and Apple do not allow free speech on their app stores. This is why Gab isn't there. Yeah, the policy. Just games, watching someone work out clothes. Don't look there. Yes, no. Jim says no. Difference, yes. He did say he doesn't trust management. Yeah, I wouldn't trust management either over there. No, they won't. Too stubborn. It's a decent argument. They are pretty stubborn, it seems. I mean, the fact that they have people that are kicked off the platform like for that long, yeah, I don't know. Scott's like join or die. I mean, Elon did kind of put him in that position. Yes, there is now no way they could say no. I'm with you, William. I'm with you. I think you're on point. And hopefully this video is worthwhile, everybody. I just want to go live and talk about this because I just wanted to show how orchestrated this is from somebody who's a negotiator. I'm sure in the live stream right now we have a lot of negotiators. We've got a lot of sales individuals out there like myself. And from a sales perspective, this is something that's like beyond any type of Jordan Belfort out there, or whatever salesman that you've listened to in the past. This is some next level stuff here, and I'm watching this and going, how do I position myself in my next deal so that I can add value and then threaten to take away my value if they don't give me more value? That is literally what he did. He added value and then threatens to take away his value that he added if they do not allow him to get more value. Like, that is so intense. And the fact that it worked is like, whoosh, so intense. So yes, I agree with you, William. Someone says, don't bet against Elon. The thing is, like, it's not just Elon. It's like, don't bet against a $200 billion individual. Probably not a good idea. That's a lot of power. It's a lot of power. I think he's around 200 billion, something like that. Somebody, and nobody corrected me on that yet. So Royal says the largest tech acquisition ever was 19 billion. Is that true? That seems a little low. Maybe, I mean, there's a full acquisition to go private is a little bit different. So you might be right. But that's wild, because that would mean that this is more than double that. So Royal says the largest tech acquisition ever was 19 billion. Truth Channel says, don't bet against Elon. Angel Chicago says, if they don't accept, he'll probably start his own Twitter company. Exactly, Angel, exactly. We were just talking about that. I totally agree with you. It's like that would be the next move. I totally agree with you. It's like, okay, if I was in his position, it's like, if you don't accept my offer, I will remove the premium I added and remove myself as a shareholder. I will add no value to Twitter. So now nobody's going to think Elon Musk has the influence that gave you that 50%, 40 some odd percent increase in your share price. That's going to get taken away. So you're going to lose that. Your share price is going to plummet. Then I'm not going to use your platform anymore, and I'm going to make my own platform to compete with Twitter. I'm going to replicate Twitter and make it better. Everything that you do right, I'm going to copy, and everything you do wrong, I'm going to fix on my own platform. So that is just like so much pain lined up. This is, you know what this is? One of my favorite books. Elon read this book 100%. If you know, you know. Elon Musk 100% read this book. Then that was not meant to be like a prop or something. That's been sitting on my counter there for a while. I love The Art of War. This is Sun Tzu, textbook Sun Tzu right here. Like, he had to have read The Art of War. I mean, the amount of game theory in this. There's been jokes going around that like Elon Musk is possibly Satoshi Nakamoto or something, and it's like, I'll tell you what, the guy has some game theory. Let's be real here. He's got some game theory. He knows the art of war. Like, it's, what do you think? Hang on, like, let's bring out my lucky Mr. Toad over there. I mean, what is, feel like he's going to give me some energy right now. He's going to make me figure out exactly how this is going to go down. My bet personally, I'll see if you agree with me or not. Some people will think I'm crazy because I talk to a golden toad. This is actually my boss. I say that Lucky and all of that, like, he's my boss. All the stuff you see on Instagram, everything, it's all his. But I think that he agrees with me in that I think that there's going to be a buyout. I think they're going to have to, they have no choice. Elon Musk has made it, unless they want to be. Here's the thing. They could say no, but then Twitter will tank. So right now, all the stock traders out there, market's not open yet, right? I think, what time is it right now? Yeah, it's only 5:50 a.m. right now. So stock market opens in 40 minutes, and it's still just a little bit under 49. So that's a risky trade. This is a risky trade, everybody. So if you wanted to bet on it, you only have a little bit of upside. You know, you have what's that percentage gain there? Like what? it's like 5%, something like that, 5-6% of upside. So you could leverage yourself out and do some short-term call options or something like that and leverage yourself out. Not financial advice, but if you're wrong and they deny this offer, expect Twitter to plummet down like 40-50%. So the risk reward I don't think is there actually. You'd have to have a lot of conviction that they have to say yes to this, because if they say yes, you're going to go up to 54 some odd right there, and then they're going private. They might actually add a premium to it. This has happened before with Elon Musk in the past. I think when Solar City went private, or no, there was something that he did something where they went private, or that he was threatening to go private and they were adding a premium. He was threatening to go private at 420, right? Oh, how that worked out, because that was pre 5-to-1 split. So that means that at 420, it was actually, now it would be like over 2,000 a share from where isn't that funny? He had threatened to go private at 420 a share as like a joke, right? And he got so much pullback, and he's manipulating the stock, and they got it to go and add a premium to it, and now its stock's trading at like over 2,000 relatively to that 420 stock split, because there was a 5-to-1 split. So you'd have to multiply 420 by 5, which would give you what, that 2,100? Yeah, 2,100. So yeah, that's intense. So now he's basically went from 420, instead of 420 at his proposed buyout that he did in the past, that was when he threatened to take Twitter private at 420. And he said like the Saudis were going to fund him. Remember that? I'm not just making that up. That's legitimate. He said, I'm going to take Twitter private. I'm sick of being a public company and all these short sellers, and we're going to go private at 420. The Saudis are going to buy us, this and that. And then now looking back on that, it's like everybody that gave him so much crap for doing that, it's now at 2,100 a share relatively to that, because you have to do a 5-to-1 split. Way more than that. Now I'm sorry, my math is just, I multiplied the 5-to-1 split from back then. Now, instead of 420, their stock is trading at 1,000, so it's over 5,000. Excuse me. Everybody out there that thinks like, wait, whoa, everyone that's screaming at their monitor right now, you are right. They went, instead of 420 on the going private offer, they are now at over 5,000. I'm sorry, excuse me. I was multiplying by 5, the wrong number. That prior number I was multiplying by 5. So they were at 420. Tesla's now over 5,000 relatively to that 5-to-1 split that he was talking about doing the go private at 420. Anyway, long story short, this isn't the first time he's threatened to make a company go private. And the reason I bring that up is because if I remember correctly, even though he said it was going private at 420, there was like a premium of like the stock went to like 450 because it had the Elon Musk premium, right? Even though he said he was going private at 420, it went to like 450. So what I'm arguing by that long rant there is saying there is a point to this, that if he's saying he's going to go private at 54.20, he's going to go up here at 54.20, it could easily go to like 60, 70 and add a premium on it because people want to be part of that private company. Because you'd have to basically, I think you would still be part of the private company. You would get some sort of percentage of a private company in that regard, I guess. I believe that's how it would go down. So there could be a premium above that 54.20. All in all, it's not a gamble that I would take. I'm not interested in being in the stock market myself right now anyway. But there's a gamble there. You could have like 5-6% of upside, or it could plummet, or it might have a little bit more premium on it. Who knows? But that's my take on it. But overall, I mean, how many likes has this gotten to this? But the fact is, this is the only tweet he made this morning too. You gotta like tip your hat to that. Like, not even tip your hat. Like, nobody is on this level. Nobody is on this level. None of us, we can't even like tip our hat at this, because who's going to wake up in the morning and go, I'm going to use the platform that I want to buy to attack that platform. And then after I'm done attacking them on that platform, I'm going to buy a position of being the largest shareholder at 9.2%. And then after that, I'm going to use the platform to make a public offer and then roast them on the platform if now they're stuck. Because now you got to remember, he's doing this all on the platform itself. It's not like he's just like writing an email to Tesla or something like that and it leaked to some like, because back in the day, some news outlet would pick this up. You know, you get some MSNBC, some CNBC or somebody picks this up and goes, oh, there's word on the street. You know, that they don't say that much line anymore because it's always on Twitter or social media in some kind. It's on YouTube or Instagram or whatever. That's everybody that's in the live stream. We're on YouTube right now talking about this because that's where the real news is. It's on social media where people don't have some sort of agenda in a way. To use that specific platform. Now he's basically showing the entire world on that platform, everyone on their user base. I can only imagine if this was my user base that I had built, like I had built Twitter and this user base was on there and it's my private company. And then you have somebody that is agitating within the company and stirring things up within that ecosystem that I built or something. Like, oh my gosh. Luckily, Jack Dorsey's out of there. I mean, I don't know. Maybe Jack Dorsey will come back if Elon's in charge. I don't know what'll happen, but I think Jack Dorsey got a little bit of a bad rap because he didn't have as much power as people thought he did. I think he actually left because he felt he didn't have any power and he was sick of taking all the flack and pullback because of it. But the way he went about this, because now if they don't accept, the Twitter user base itself will criticize Twitter for not accepting the offer. So it's like not only will Twitter stock plummet, so all the shareholders get hurt by it, then all of the user base itself will go, you know what, maybe we'll follow Elon to his new platform. Maybe Elon, because how hard would it be for a $200 billion individual who is he's a techie. He's a tech investor. He does nothing but tech. He could make a robot build this for him. He'd just go to OpenAI and have a robot code him a new Twitter in like 2 days or something. It's like, they better accept this offer. This is not the person to play, chicken with. He's not joking around. He will take you on. So this is some interesting stuff. All in all, I'm super impressed. Super impressed of the negotiation tactics. I'm a total fanboy at this point. I've criticized criticized Elon Musk and Twitter, but criticized Elon Musk quite a bit for like Dogecoin and all the different things and like hiding his secondary offerings. He's did a lot of tricky stuff. So he did the 5-to-1 split right after doing a secondary offering. So he diluted the shares on the shareholders, scooped up a bunch of the shareholders' money, and then hid it under a 5-to-1 split, which was pretty diabolical, pretty genius. It worked really well. I've criticized him for a lot of stuff like that in the past, but at the end of the day, he's a savage businessman. Just a savage businessman. And I guess I'm a capitalist. I love capitalism. He's winning. You got to take your hat off for him. That's the way I look at it. And honestly, like of all the people to be the richest person on the planet, he's doing some kind of cool stuff. Like, let's be real here. He could be chilling on some island somewhere that he bought, doing the, what's the guy who, the Richard Branson life, living by some island. Richard Branson did that. It's like, if you think about like, oh, what's the classic billionaire, lifestyle? You go buy an island, you get an airplane company, you shoot up some jets and stuff. You do that whole Virgin Galactic, whatever, I don't know how that's doing, but that's what Richard Branson did. Elon Musk could have pulled a Richard Branson all day, chilled on an island, had some models around, had a great life on some island somewhere. But no, he decides to do what he's doing right now, stress himself out, do stuff like this with his money, which I'm here for it. I'll be honest with you. I'm here for it. This is pretty cool. That is some next level negotiation stuff here. That it's like, and I love to see them like to go into a company. This isn't just like an activist investor. This is like an activist fighting investor. Like he's slapping them around. Figuratively. He's slapping him around figuratively. He's going in there saying, that's a cute chair member seat. But to actually, the fact that he denies the chair seat and then he goes and addresses the chairman of the board in his public offer is like the passive aggressiveness in this. Like the underlying messages that he puts out in this is like the most passive aggressive, backhanded, just total boss move here. Absolute cutthroat, savage negotiation skills here. Oh, that's cute. I'm not going to have your position on your board, Mr. Chairman. I'm going to address you in my actual offer for $43 billion to take over your company. Heavy. Let's go over a few more comments. What do you guys think on this? And also, can someone answer me on, I don't have my keyboard in front of me. Otherwise, I'd look it up. I got to start putting a keyboard here. But what is his current net worth right now? Can someone look up what his net worth is for me, just so I can Salem says 45.85 current value per share, 54.20 Elon's offer. Actually, you got to account for the pre-market right now. So you're right, 45.85 was the close. It closed at 45.85, but right now, see this orange line right here? This is the pre-market trading. The market hasn't opened yet. Market opens in around 30 minutes, I think. Yep, it's 6 o'clock right now, so market opens in 30 minutes. But right now, it's just under 49, so you got about 5% of upside there, right? Because 50 to 55 would be, 50 to 55 would be 10%. Yeah, 50 to 55 would be 10%. So that's actually a little bit over 10% of upside. Excuse me, it's a little early. My math isn't that great, but so that's actually around 10% of upside. There's a little bit of juice there. It's interesting. It's definitely interesting. Let me see here. Go through a few more comments. I just wanted to we won't go longer than an hour on the live stream here because I just wanted to post this one and let some people know what I'm seeing this morning. Because it's like, it's one thing to just look at the tweet, look at the paperwork, but it's another thing to actually like analyze the negotiation skills about it and talk in real time with everybody here. We got like 160 some odd people in here, so I appreciate you all being here. If you could hit the like button really quick, would really appreciate it. If you turn that from gray to blue, if you're having some fun in here, you got some good information, you do a quick little boop and hit that like button, turn it blue. Helps me out a lot. I know it's annoying. People say it all the time on YouTube, and I usually don't click it myself. I'll be honest with you. People ask for a like, and I'm like, I'm not going to click the like button. But if you are so kind to do that, would really appreciate it. Trying to grow this channel to 100,000 subscribers this year. That is my goal, and I'm going to make it happen one way or another. 100,000 subscribers on this channel, building this community to 100K in 2022, not in 2023, in 2022. It's going to happen one way or another, but I want to do it in 2022, not 2023. So put in the work to do that. So if you want to be a like button hitter, would really appreciate it. Like button, did I say that? Anyway, you could do that. Would really appreciate it. If you want to be a subscriber, would appreciate that as well. There's a red button somewhere around there. Someone threw down a dislike right there. We got 115 likes, 2 dislikes. I appreciate the dislike as well. The dislike still counts. In my mind, I like to think you just missed the like button. You know, you're planning to hit the like, but you missed. You're a little short. It's a little early. Your mouse went a little too far and you clicked the dislike. I think that's what happened, but it's cool. The two of you, it's cool. Yeah, it's on night mode. I'm still learning TradingView. I have a lot to learn with the TradingView platform. People criticize me because I'm still learning the TradingView, but I'm learning all this tech stuff. I'm learning how to do this whole set that I've built here and all of this. I'm not like I don't have a fancy team. I do all my own editing, building all the monitors, building the computer setup, this little podcast setup, the copy of Joe Rogan's mic over here. Literally, when I built this set, I'm like, what is Joe Rogan's mic? Got that. Figured out how to do this all myself on YouTube. So if you want to be a YouTuber, you want to learn how to make a YouTube set, just go on YouTube. You can figure it out. Go on Amazon, YouTube. Buy all the stuff you need. See, best thing about this is no one can say Elon has anything resembling a monopoly. I mean, I don't know. If there's one guy that's got something kind of representing a monopoly, he's cornering the energy sector. Now he's going to have some social media in the mix. Now he's got the auto. He's like pretty much the only real American auto manufacturer that's actually like doing stuff. Ford and GM and stuff are pretty much gone. He's winning. The guy's winning, that's for sure. He's winning at capitalism, and I'm here for it. I love it. It's like we all have the same chess pieces. We all have the same pieces on the chessboard. Some of us get started a little ahead of the others. Well, a lot ahead of the others. Some of us started less, some more. But at the end of the day, in capitalism, you got a chance. You got a chance to build something out of yourself. And he's been building. I've seen individuals come from nothing to making millions and millions and millions of dollars. I've seen individuals that started at $1 million and lost it all. Some rich kid got given money and they lose it all. So it's if you can get to the position that Elon Musk is in, even if he got a head start, which I don't think he really did get a head start, but even if he did get a head start, to get to that position, to be the richest person in the world or close to the richest person in the world, whatever it is now, I mean, you got to give him props. This is not on accident. You don't get to his position by accident. People have to be honest with themselves. This is surely not luck to do what he's done. There's no way. Oh, Legbet says, I mean, my YouTube is on dark mode and the like button turns white, not blue. So I'll remember that when I'm being annoying and telling people to click the like button. I'll remember, instead of turning it gray or turning it blue, from gray to blue, it's gray to white or something, right? Okay, so we're on dark mode on YouTube. Okay, so I will remember that next time I'm being annoying, telling you to hit the like button. So quick, real just kidding. All right. Well, I think that'll do it, everybody. We kind of went over all the information on this. I think this is I've given out all the information that I know of on this. I'm really curious. Post in the comments down below if you're watching this later, if you're not in the live stream. The live stream I always post for later viewing as well, so people can see the live comments when they watch these videos later. I'm sure a lot of people will be waking up seeing this video. I just posted a video talking about just how bad the monetary system is right now and just how much they've really printed at the Fed. I just posted that last night. I wasn't planning to make another video this soon or do a live stream, but this is just too good to pass up. Just studying this morning, like I kind of studied it with you in this live stream, went over it and read it with you all, but negotiation is off the charts here. Off the charts. The game theory, off the charts. I love this kind of stuff. I'm a big fan of it. I'm a big fan of the Art of War book of Sun Tzu. I'm a big fan of this kind of negotiation strategy. I implement stuff like this all the time, and I have never seen negotiation like this. I have never seen it. It's just intense. It's impressive. Oh yeah, by the way, Carl says buy more silver. It's working. I actually just launched the website, mineralexchange.com. My company I'm launching a big auction site. There's going to be some auctions rolling out today, and there's doing weekly auctions on the website now. And the auction company's actually been getting a lot of new members over there. A lot of people registering on mineralexchange.com. Have a few items up right now. Some really, honestly, some deals on my silver is way under my competition out there. Just because I have way less overhead than the big bullion companies out there. So I have a deal on some 10-ounce bars on the website, a lot of deals on silver, but I'm with you. I'm buying a lot of silver right now for my own self and for the company as well. But seeing a lot of traction in silver lately, which is interesting. Maybe Elon, the next thing Elon does is he announces he bought a big silver position. Who knows? If I was in Elon's position, though, I would be buying like lithium. It wouldn't be just Twitter. Like I would be accumulating all the things that I need right now to put me strategically ahead of my competition. You want to talk about monopolies? I would be buying all of the nickel that I needed for my cars, all of the lithium that I needed, all the aluminum that I needed, all the silver I needed for the solar panels, the electronics, all this stuff in the car. These cars use quite a bit of silver, actually. Solar panels especially, because it's the most reflective metal, silver. But all the copper that I needed, tons and tons of copper in these electric cars. I mean, I would just be accumulating all those resources. And he just dumped a ton of money building the Gigafactory in Texas. People tend to forget he's got a Gigafactory in Nevada. He's still got the Fremont factory in California. He's got California, Nevada, the Gigafactory, which is a huge Gigafactory. Then now he's got the Texas Gigafactory. He's also got the Berlin Gigafactory, and he's also got the China Gigafactory. Elon's making some moves. Now he's offering $43 billion for Twitter. This guy, he has to have the Neuralink thing in his brain already. He had to put the chip in his head already. If there's one person on the planet that could have figured it out faster than anybody else, he's got like the beta version Neuralink in his head. He has to. Like, this is some next level. Like, come on. Like, what? Like, it makes you, people tend to forget like just how big these gigafactories are, and like the fact that they're already done. Like the gigafactory in Texas is it's amazing, that building. So the guy's up to some stuff. He's up to some stuff. I wouldn't bet against him. You know, I would not bet against him. I think his stock is wildly overvalued right now at $1,000 a share. But, you know, where's this money going to go? It blows my mind, really. The one we talked about, the video I just posted, if you want to watch after this video, I'm going to end this live stream pretty soon here, but I just posted like a 20-minute video showing all the details on just how much money the Fed actually printed, you know, and showing where it went from 2 years ago to where it is now. More than 80% of the dollars in circulation were made in the last 2 years. But the way that I say it in the video is 5 times more dollars were printed from where it was in 2020. From 2020, it went from 4 trillion to from 4 trillion to 20 trillion. 20.6 trillion is where it is at now. So a lot of people, you see these videos, and even I used it in the title. I wanted to, some people called me out. I was like, oh, did you rip off Jake Tran's thumbnail on the video he did a year ago? I did. Just to be very clear, I did rip off his thumbnail. I copied it exactly for a reason, because he didn't make a new video. He talked about this where it was a year ago and said 40% of dollars in circulation were made in the last 12 months. I ripped it off and made a new thumbnail saying what it was in the last 2 years. 80% of the dollars in circulation were made in the last 2 years is what the new video is, because he never updated his old video. So I was hoping it would pop up in the thing and he'd see it because he never made that new video. And so I wanted to update it for him. But I think there's a lot of really good information in that video if you want to check it out. It's the video I posted just last night prior to this one. Sometimes I space out my videos a little bit because I want to give them some breathing room. So we'll see if this makes it not get as many views, or maybe it gets more views. Who knows what happens, because I went live here, but I couldn't pass this up. I just had to show it. Again, I'm not an investor in Tesla. I'm not an investor in Twitter. I have no bias. I have nothing to sell you. I guess if you want to go to Mineral Exchange, that's my company, but I've got nothing to sell you. I also don't want to do advertisements in my videos. I've been getting that, like the different companies kind of sending, somehow find, how they find my email, I don't know. They just do. But I'm getting all these emails from people that want to want me to stop the company. This company is brought to you by some earbuds, and this is brought to you by what? That's like, I'm just going to keep building my stuff and keep making videos on here on YouTube, and hopefully that will get me to 100K this year. If you want to be so kind to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. But I really appreciate all the support that I've been getting on here. And really, I think the video I did prior to this one is going to bring you a lot of value if you want to know exactly how much they've really printed, exactly how bad inflation really is, just the real breakdown. I'm a college dropout, so I just kind of simplify things. You know, I don't go into crazy technical details. I don't try to go into some long-winded thing of some deep economic dive. I try to show the simplified fundamentals and break things down in a way where it's just easy to understand just how much printing has gone on and what's happening behind the scenes. And it's just been really fun building this YouTube channel. So thank you for all the support, everybody. With that being said, we will end this live stream. Just crazy. Let's do one last check on how much tweets, retweets, and stuff this has gotten. And a little bit over an hour. That's just crazy. 280,000 likes, almost 50,000 retweets. This has reached millions and millions of people. So that's only showing the people that clicked the little like button like I just did. Oh yeah, by the way, if you want to follow me on Instagram and Twitter, Rob Sultan on both. Can't miss me on there. But if you want to see the pictures of the collectibles, you want to see some close-ups of my lucky toad right there, go to my Instagram, at Rob Sultan on Instagram. All right, enough with the plugs. Enough with the plugs. We'll stop it. We'll stop it with the plugs. I would unsubscribe myself right now after all this plugging that's been going on. I hear you. But crazy stuff going on here. Crazy stuff. Let's see. He hasn't made any new tweets. Just woke up this morning and chose violence. That's what Elon did. He's been just waking up every morning and choosing violence for a while, actually, with Twitter. Just like, violence, violence. Wakes up, drinks a little bit of his coffee in the morning. In my case, tea, because I'm still at the office. Don't have a coffee machine here. I have no idea why, but we'll fix that soon. But he drinks his coffee in the morning and goes, I'm going to choose violence again. Like, wakes up, I made an offer. Here's my $43 billion offer. And he keeps things short. He keeps things short, just the way that, like, just to make his tweets look sexy. You know, I made an offer. And then when he bought a position in Tesla, he's like, oh, hi. That's how he announced that he bought the largest position in Tesla. He comes out and just goes on the actual platform itself, goes, oh, hi, haha. That's what like, who does that? Like, I'm geeking. I'm geeking on this, dude. I can't help myself. I'm nerd. It's just like the nerd in me loves it. So the rebel in me, the nerd in me, all this different stuff, I love it. I would love to be doing the same kind of stuff as this one day. Like, because it's like he is using money in the best way you can. Money is a tool. Money doesn't buy happiness. It's a tool that gets you the things that you want to get, in a way. It's like if you use it as the tool, which he's doing right now. He's like, I'm going to revamp Twitter. I'm going to make cool electric cars. I'm going to do like the way that he's using his money is it's just cool to see it in real time, because he could be doing a lot of other stuff. Whether you like or dislike him, we'll end it on that. It's just like he could be chilling on an island, just like Branson, like Richard Branson, or who's the other one? He's actually an investor in. I think he's on the board of Tesla, and he's actually a pretty cool dude. But he's living that same life as well. The Oracle guy, Larry Ellison. That was in the back. That feels good when I actually remember the name. Yeah, Larry Ellison is another one of those individuals that's kind of chilling on an island playing with samurai swords or something. You know, Branson, similar. He could be doing that kind of thing right now in the position that he's in, and he's choosing to work harder and harder and harder. Now he's taking on a huge thing with Twitter. It's like, Got to give him credit. That's the video. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Had a lot of fun with you all. See you at the next video. Signing out.